If you're preparing for a service desk interview, it's crucial to be ready to respond effectively to the interviewer's questions. This video will guide you through the most commonly asked questions and provide you with the best possible answers. 1. Can you describe your experience working in a service desk or IT support role? My experience working in a service desk and IT support role has been both challenging and rewarding. I have honed my technical skills and developed an in-depth understanding of common IT issues. I've assisted users ranging from those with minimal technical know-how to those with complex technical queries. I've learned to manage my time efficiently, prioritize tasks, and work under pressure. I've used various ticketing systems to track and resolve issues and have gained experience in providing remote support. I've also learned to communicate effectively with both technical and non-technical users. This role has improved my problem-solving skills, as I've had to think on my feet to resolve issues quickly and efficiently. My experience in this role has also taught me the importance of customer service, teamwork, and continuous learning in the IT industry. 2. How do you prioritize and manage multiple support tickets or requests? In dealing with multiple support tickets, I prioritize based on urgency as well as complexity of the issue. Urgent issues that affect many users are given priority. I use a ticketing system that helps me keep track of each request, and I systematically address each one. I also communicate regularly with users to keep them informed about the status of their requests. I believe effective communication plays a vital role in managing expectations and ensuring customer satisfaction. If faced with multiple high-priority issues, I assess each one and determine the order of resolution based on potential impact. If necessary, I might seek assistance from colleagues to ensure that all issues are addressed promptly. I always aim to resolve issues as quickly as possible, but not at the expense of quality. It's important that each problem is thoroughly resolved to prevent recurrence. 3. What tools or ticketing systems have you used to track and resolve IT issues? My experience with tools and ticketing systems spans across a variety of platforms. Primarily, I have used Jira and Zendesk in my previous roles. Jira, being an incredibly comprehensive tool, allowed me to handle issue tracking very efficiently. I was able to categorize tickets based on priority and assign them to the relevant team or individual. Zendesk, on the other hand, was instrumental in handling customer queries and complaints. Its intuitive interface and escalation matrix enabled me to ensure that customer issues were resolved promptly. Besides these, I have a basic understanding of ServiceNow and Freshdesk, and I am quick to adapt to new tools if required. 4. How do you handle an angry or frustrated user who is experiencing technical difficulties? My approach involves staying calm, maintaining professionalism, and practicing active listening. I empathize with the user, acknowledging their frustration while assuring them that I'm here to assist. I patiently ask diagnostic questions to understand the core issue and keep them informed throughout the process. If a solution isn't immediate, I assure the user that I will continue working on their case and update them regularly. This approach helps ease their frustration and reinforces that our team is committed to resolving their issue. Prompt and effective communication is key in these situations. 5. Can you walk me through your troubleshooting process for a common IT problem? Firstly, I make sure to understand the issue fully by asking the user specific questions about what they are experiencing. Once I have a clear picture of the problem, I then try to recreate it on my end, if possible. This allows me to see the problem firsthand and can often lead to an immediate solution. If this doesn't resolve the issue, I use my knowledge and experience to try a variety of potential solutions. This could include anything from resetting the user's password to reinstalling software. If none of these steps work, I escalate the issue to a higher level of support, providing them with all the details they need to understand the problem and the steps I've already taken to try to resolve it. Throughout this process, it's important for me to keep the user informed about what I'm doing and why. I find that this not only helps them feel more comfortable, but it also often leads to them providing additional information that can be helpful in resolving the issue. Finally, once the problem is resolved, I make sure to document the issue and the solution. This helps ensure that if the same problem arises in the future, it can be resolved more quickly. 6. How do you stay updated on new technologies and IT trends relevant to service desk work? I stay updated on new technologies and IT trends relevant to service desk work by regularly reading industry publications, attending webinars, and participating in online forums. I also take advantage of professional development opportunities offered by my employer, such as attending conferences or training sessions. I feel that it's crucial for me as an IT professional to keep my skills sharp and stay informed about the latest advancements in technology. This not only helps me perform my job better but also allows me to provide the best possible support to users. For instance, cloud computing has been a significant trend in recent years, and I have taken several online courses to familiarize myself with different cloud platforms and services. This knowledge has been invaluable in my role as a service desk professional, allowing me to troubleshoot cloud-related issues more effectively and offer better advice to users. 7. Describe a time when you had to escalate an issue to a higher level of support. How did you handle it? In my previous role, I was handling an issue related to network connectivity. Despite my best effort to resolve it, I was unable to find the root cause. I communicated with the user and explained that I needed to escalate their issue to the Level 2 support team. I ensured that they understood the reason for the escalation and assured them that their issue was being taken seriously. After escalating, I remained in contact with the higher level of support, providing them with all the relevant details about the user's problem and the troubleshooting steps I had already taken. I also stayed in touch with the user, keeping them informed about the progress until the issue was resolved. This experience taught me the importance of clear communication and collaboration in resolving complex IT issues. 8. What strategies do you use to explain technical concepts to non-technical users? My approach to explaining technical concepts to non-technical users involves simplifying complex ideas and using analogies or metaphors that the user can relate to. I try to avoid using jargon and ensure that my explanations are clear and concise. I make use of visual aids, like diagrams or flowcharts, if it can make the concept easier to understand. I also encourage users to ask questions, as it can help me gauge their understanding and adjust my explanation accordingly. I believe patience and good communication skills are key in effectively explaining technical concepts to non-technical users. 9. How do you ensure you're providing excellent customer service in service desk role? I believe that providing excellent customer service is about being proactive and consistently ensuring user satisfaction. I make it a point to listen attentively to the user's concerns or problems, then provide clear, concise, and effective solutions. Keeping communication lines open is also essential. I make sure to update users regularly about the status of their service requests or any potential delays. Empathy plays a significant role in my approach, as understanding the user's frustration helps me tailor my support to their needs. By maintaining a positive attitude, demonstrating patience, and showing a commitment to resolving the user's issue, I ensure that I provide the best possible customer service. 10. Can you give an example of a particularly challenging IT issue you resolved? What was your approach? In my previous role, I encountered a persistent network connectivity issue that was affecting a large section of our organization. The symptoms were inconsistent, making it difficult to pinpoint the root cause. I began by gathering as much information as possible from the affected users, including error messages, times of occurrence, and any noticeable patterns. I then performed a series of diagnostic tests on the network infrastructure, but everything seemed to be functioning as expected. I decided to isolate individual elements of the system to see if I could reproduce the issue. After a process of elimination, I discovered that the problem was originating from a specific server. Upon inspection, I found that the server was running an outdated firmware version that was causing intermittent network dropouts. I promptly updated the firmware and monitored the situation closely over the next few days. The frequency of the issue significantly reduced after the update and was completely resolved within a week. This experience reinforced for me the importance of thorough investigation, patience, and attention to detail in resolving complex IT issues. 11. How do you handle situations where you're unsure of solution to user's problem? When confronted with a problem I'm not immediately able to solve, my first strategy is to consult the available resources. These resources may include documentation, knowledge bases, or other informational tools provided by my organization. If this doesn't provide a solution, I'll consult with colleagues or supervisors who may have more experience with the specific issue. If the problem remains unresolved, I then escalate it to the appropriate team or specialist. Throughout this process, I maintain clear and open communication with the user, keeping them informed of the status of their issue and reassuring them that their problem is being addressed. 12. What experience do you have with remote support tools and technologies? I have extensive experience with various remote support tools and technologies. My previous job involved supporting a large number of remote employees, so I became quite proficient with tools like TeamViewer, Logmain, and Microsoft Remote Desktop. These tools allowed me to troubleshoot and resolve issues without having to be physically present at the user's location. I am also familiar with VPN technologies, which are often used to securely connect to a company's network from remote locations. I've used many ticketing systems to track, manage, and resolve IT support requests, allowing me to provide efficient service to users. I've also utilized remote training platforms to educate users on new software and technologies. 13. How do you prioritize your workload when dealing with multiple high-priority issues? I approach this scenario by first assessing the urgency and impact of each issue. I consider factors such as the number of users affected, business criticality, and potential disruption. I then utilize a ticketing system to organize and keep track of the issues. This helps me ensure that no high-priority issue is overlooked. Where possible, I also delegate tasks to other team members to ensure efficient resolution. Ultimately, my goal is to minimize downtime and ensure continuity of business operations. By managing my time effectively and staying focused, I am able to address multiple high-priority issues without sacrificing the quality of my work. Communication also plays a key role. I ensure users are kept informed about the status of their issues, and I escalate matters when necessary. I believe this approach helps maintain excellent service levels and user satisfaction. 14. Can you describe your experience with creating and maintaining IT documentation or knowledge bases? In my previous role as an IT support specialist, creating and maintaining IT documentation was an essential part of my job. I was responsible for creating user guides, technical manuals, and frequently asked questions, FAQs, for our clients and employees. These documents helped users to resolve minor IT issues on their own, reducing the workload on our service desk. I also maintained an organized and up-to-date knowledge base that included solutions to common IT problems, software installation guides, and hardware troubleshooting steps. This knowledge base served as a central resource for our team and helped us to provide consistent and effective support to our users. As for maintaining these documents, I made sure to update them regularly to reflect any changes in our systems or procedures. This included adding new solutions to the knowledge base as we discovered them and revising our documentation to account for software updates or new hardware. One of the challenges I faced was ensuring that our documentation was easy to understand for non-technical users. To address this, I focused on using clear and simple language, avoiding technical jargon whenever possible, and including step-by-step instructions with screenshots where appropriate. Through this experience, I developed strong skills in technical writing and learned how to create and manage effective IT documentation. I believe this experience would be invaluable in a service desk role. 15. How do you handle repetitive or routine service desk tasks to maintain efficiency? In handling repetitive or routine tasks, I implement an approach that combines automation and time management. Automation is key in managing such tasks. By identifying tasks that can be automated, I use scripts or tools to eliminate manual effort, increase accuracy, and free up time for more complex issues. In addition, I use time management techniques such as time blocking, where I allocate specific periods of the day for these tasks. This not only helps me stay organized but also ensures that routine tasks do not interfere with higher priority issues. Also, I continuously look for ways to improve the efficiency of these repetitive tasks. By continually reviewing and refining the process, I am able to optimize my productivity and maintain high levels of service. 16. What strategies do you use to stay focused and productive during long shifts or periods of high call volume? Creating a structured routine is crucial to stay focused during long shifts or high call volume periods. I ensure that I take short breaks to refresh my mind and maintain productivity. I use techniques like the Pomodoro technique, where I work for a specific amount of time then take a short break, allowing my mind to reset before the next task. Time management tools also aid in keeping track of my tasks and deadlines. Prioritizing tasks based on urgency and impact also helps manage high call volumes effectively. Listening to ambient music or sounds also helps me concentrate and stay focused. 17. How do you approach training or mentoring new service desk team members? As an experienced IT professional, I believe in a hands-on and immersive approach when training new service desk members. I start by introducing them to the basics, ensuring they understand the key systems, tools, and processes they'll be working with. This typically involves walkthroughs of our ticketing system, standard operating procedures, and basic troubleshooting steps. Once they're comfortable with the basics, I gradually introduce more complex tasks and issues. I try to be there as a guide and mentor, stepping in only when necessary. I find this helps build confidence and self-reliance, while also fostering a deeper understanding of the work. I also place heavy emphasis on communication skills, as our role requires us to interact with various stakeholders. I encourage them to ask questions, provide feedback, and engage in continuous learning. With regular feedback and encouragement, I believe new team members can quickly become valuable assets to our service desk. 18. Can you describe a time when you identified and implemented a process improvement in a previous role? In my last position as an IT support specialist, I noticed that there was a recurring issue with the way we tracked help desk tickets. The existing system wasn't as efficient, causing delays in response times. I suggested implementing a new ticketing system that I had used before, known for its simplicity and efficiency. After getting approval from my supervisor, I took the initiative to install and configure this new system. I also organized training for my team to ensure everyone was familiar with its features and functions. The result was a significant improvement in our response time and customer satisfaction. We were able to handle tickets more effectively, with fewer missed or delayed responses. This experience taught me the value of continuously looking for ways to improve processes and systems in any role I undertake. 19. How do you ensure you're meeting service level agreements, SLAs, in your work? I focus on understanding and meeting the obligations laid out in the service level agreements. By being aware of the key performance indicators, I can measure my work and ensure it aligns with the agreed upon standards. I utilize task tracking and management tools to stay organized and prioritize tasks based on their SLA requirements. Regular communication with customers is crucial as well, as it allows me to provide status updates and manage expectations. For continuous improvement, I review my performance against the SLAs and seek feedback to identify areas for improvement and adjust my approach accordingly. 20. What experience do you have with password resets and account management tasks? In my previous role as an IT support specialist, I frequently handled password reset requests and managed user accounts. This included assisting users in navigating the password reset process, resolving issues related to locked accounts, and ensuring user account information was accurate and up to date. I also worked closely with our security team to ensure best practices were followed for password creation and storage. This experience has provided me with a strong understanding of the importance of effective account management for maintaining security and ensuring a smooth user experience. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more valuable content like this. Best of luck with your interview.